Hello everyone, and welcome to On the Mat. I'm Kavita from Red Door Yoga, and today I wanted to talk to you about Supta Hasta Padangusthasana, or reclined hand to big toe pose. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to be looking at reclined hand to big toe pose, and it's likely a pose that you're familiar with. It's a fairly popular pose. A lot of people tend to simply think about it as a lying hamstring stretch. Okay. Now, one of the things I want to mention is whenever you're doing any type of a hamstring stretch, it's important to actually keep your core well engaged. So that's something I'm going to point out to you when we, actually go down to the mat and start looking at the pose itself. So even if you're used to thinking of this as a hamstring stretch, and yes, your hamstrings certainly get stretched in this pose, I really want you to spend some time focusing on what's going on with the core of your body. And the core is not just your abdominals. The core is your abdominals, your ribs, your pelvis, and your back muscles. Okay? That's central to getting really good form for this pose. And with that, we're going to head on down to the mat. Okay, so now that we're down on the mat, it's really important in order to do a proper reclined hand to big toe pose that you start off with a proper lying position. So, if you were with me when we talked about Shavasana recently, I talked to you about the internal rotation of the thighs being really important. So relaxing your bum, okay, letting that open up, getting those second toes to point straight up to the ceiling. Then once you've done that, tuck your tailbone, draw the below belly button in and up, and lengthen through the rest of your spine so the crown of the head reaches towards the wall above you. So this is our setup now, okay? Now, once we're in this position, you should notice that your hips are nice and level, your feet are centered with your ribs and your head. We're going to bring that right knee up towards us. Now, watch your left leg. When you bring that right knee up, you don't want that left leg to turn outward, okay? So keep the second toe up as you bring your right knee towards you. We're going to take the right hand and we're going to do what we call a yogic toe lock. That means we're going to take the middle and index finger and wrap that around the big toe. Now you'll notice that I'm reaching around the outside of my leg, and that's ideal. But if you're a little bit too tight in the hip area, you might find that you're not able to reach the foot if you reach the outside, that you might need to go to the inside, in which case you'll end up opening that knee a bit. And that's okay temporarily, but once we extend the leg, which we're going to, you want to try to pull that knee back in line with the heel and the hip, okay? If you reach to the outside, like I'm doing, the knee will naturally stay in line as you extend the leg. Now, not everyone has the hamstring flexibility to yogic toe lock. So if you're a little tight, and you'll know you're a little tight and you need the strap, this is the strap here, okay, you'll need the strap if you end up in this position, okay, you'll see my neck. If the neck is unable to lengthen while you're yogic toe locking, okay, then I would suggest using a yoga strap. A proper strap has no give to it, okay? So don't use something like a Thera or a Dynaband or any of those exercise bands. They're elasticized, and the band itself will end up taking up the stretch. You don't want that, okay? So if you've got a yoga strap, place that around the ball of the foot and extend. Now, once you've done that, we want to level those hips again. So this is where we go back to the core. In order to keep your hips level and therefore your spine straight, in this case, we're going to contract the left side of the core, pulling the left hip up towards the ribs and reaching the right sit bone down towards the left foot. So I'm going to let my body go out again, okay? There it is. So that's what it did initially. Now I'm going to engage on the left side. I'm going to pull my left hip up and reach my right sit bone down. Okay? So now my hips are level, and now I definitely start feeling my hamstring right there. Once you've done this, you still want to make sure that second toe is pointing straight, that second toe is pointing straight, both pointing straight ahead. And then we want to draw those shoulders down, tuck the chin. If you're using a strap, make sure the arm that's holding the strap is straight, and you're going to turn the eye of the elbow, that's the inside part, towards the wall above you. And hold this for at least 30 seconds, breathing slowly and deeply. Once you've completed your 30 seconds or more, you can release. And then it's time to switch sides. I hope this was helpful, everyone. If you have questions or comments, please do put them in the comment section. I'd be happy to hear from you. And thank you, as always, for joining me for the On the Mat. I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Namaste. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, please share. If you've got questions or suggestions for future videos, put them in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe. Namaste.